one player.
What is good, y'all? This is your boy Benji. We back balling, bro. Alright, so I was just scrolling through the interwebs and I only thought it was right that I kind of provide y'all a little bit of feedback in regards to my opinion on this topic, bro. And what does that mean? I'm talking about WNBA stars have lost touch with reality. So if you're new, please don't hesitate to subscribe, follow me and Hoops HQ. My Instagram is it's Lil Benji. Hoops HQ is right down in the description below. But yeah, this is saying WNBA started lost touch with reality. It's got plenty of views, so I'm kind of confused. What are we talking about here?
That makes maybe 12 million on the NBA team could cover the whole WNBA salary.
It pisses me off.
$12 teams. How many zeros is that? Hold on. Let me just say. Let me just do this. I can't. Sorry. 1 million per team. So, amongst 151 athletes, it's 102,751. Well, let's do this. So that doesn't seem to be true.
Because I don't think there's anyone in America that supports the WNBA more than NBA players.
I feel like
I think he's got a point.
making a video like this at least once every 6 months, and as a result, a decent amount of my audience gets a little frustrated and a little pissed off. So I just want to
There's a little division there.
by saying that this is not coming from a place of sexism or anything like that. I'm just naturally very fascinated with business, and even furthermore, the business of basketball, because I am in the business of basketball. So before we get to the content, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and turn on our notifications to help the channel grow. Now that we get all of that out of the way, do the intro. Something small, or there's this gigantic bulge in your pocket from your wallet being too fat. And bear in mind, I don't really keep a lot of cash on me. It's just the classic wallet just makes you susceptible to pickpocketing and also makes you a target for gold digging women. And that's the whole reason I partnered with the Ridge Wallet. You're kept up. Let's put your high subscribers fat right now for 4% history of the WNBA and the NBA. And it's the fact that everyone
Hold on, Iverson?
the history of the WNBA and the NBA.
Iced out. Crazy. Anyways.
While you see the WNBA star be a little disgruntled about the fact that they aren't getting much.
Let's also think about the fact that I believe the WNBA plays a hair over 30 games. The NBA guys are playing 82 of them things, bro.
And usually the top argument is why on earth are the top players
Minimum.
in the WNBA like Skylar Diggins-Smith, like
Mhm.
Deladon, Natasha Howard,
Mhm.
around the ballpark of $200,000 a year.
Great money.
Whereas when you take a look at
That puts you in the top percentile.
James's salary,
But I can't. Y'all can't see that, but that's 44 mil. Not my fault. Oops.
or Russell Westbrook, or Steph Curry, they're getting paid in the upwards of $48 to $50 million.
Yeah.
And Russell Westbrook, with all due respect, I'm not
But these are all like LeBron James and Stephen Curry. I mean, as a WNBA player that has probably completed plenty of accolades, Stephen Curry and LeBron James are like generational talents. So that's kind of. I'm gonna let him explain it, but you know what I mean.
here, not necessarily the player he once was, and he's making
true.
top players
True.
in the WNBA. I mean, there's not really a comparison here. The veteran minimum in the NBA is something like $1.3 million.
There we go.
And the top paid player in the WNBA is about $230,000. This has been
Mm.
debated over time. The amount of money that women are getting paid in the WNBA is
What do y'all think, bro? Is it fair? What are we thinking?
looking at it from a very
That was nice.
perspective, why you would feel that way. Because in an ideal world, I would love to see a WNBA where the women are thriving despite being 36 games the entire year.
There we
Or
go.
you might be thinking, like, this is completely out of left field. This seems like why do you do this? We used to see enough in the real world. A couple days ago, I was just innocently scrolling on Instagram. As I was scrolling on Instagram, obviously one of the pages I follow, because I mainly follow sources, was ESPN. Now, ESPN posted a pretty interesting podcast clip featuring Kelsey Plum, one of the players in the WNBA. The cover photo of this was, we're not asking to get paid what the men get paid. We're asking to get paid the same
Is this true?
amount of revenue
Is that a true thing?
share.
You're not asking to get paid what the men get paid. We're asking to get paid the same percentage of revenue share.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's a huge misconception.
That's a huge misconception.
For sure.
Yeah, because every video is like, oh, this person gets paid this
No,
person gets
yeah.
paid that, right?
So I want to be really clear about that. Like, I don't think I actually get paid the same as LeBron.
Right.
But the percentage of revenue, like for example, they sell my jersey at Mandalay Bay, I don't get a dime.
You don't get any money from jersey sales?
That's great. In the NBA,
That is wild.
they have percentages of revenue shared for the players, right?
Right.
So jersey sales, obviously their TV contracts. You see these every year. These contracts get bigger and bigger and bigger, right?
Yeah, massive.
But that's because their CBA it negotiates where the owners are making certain types of money, they get that as well.
Got it.
In the WNBA, that's not the case.
What Kelsey Plum is asking for is
I wonder how much it costs to own a WNBA team. 12. The NBA refs make more than the WNBA player. The 12th man on the NBA team makes more than the whole WNBA team. Hmm.
She's saying that she feels entitled.
I don't know. Like, I think, what do they say? I forget how the quote goes, but it's like comparison is the thief of joy. If I'm not mistaken. You can make comparisons all day. Like, you could be a teacher and say, hey, look, somebody who does this job makes more money than me. Now, I don't think that's fair because I had to go to school and do this. There's plenty of people that are entrepreneurs that didn't go to school. And there's people that can look at that from the standpoint of, man, I spent X amount of years going to school, paying for college, going into debt, etc. And they're making more money than me. Or somebody who does a job. There's like, you can sit there and make comparisons all day long. You can be a doctor. You can be a surgeon, etc., and say you did all this work and sit there and compare yourself to somebody who is in the entertainment industry and say that you believe that your job is worth a little bit more to society. You can make the comparison all day long with any field, but like I said, you just making a comparison based on, like, it is what it is. I mean, if that kind of makes sense, but you can't. And I understand that you can make, and that we should make adjustments to maybe how the world operates, but I don't know the point that's there to be made. You know what I mean?
To a percentage of the revenue generated by the WNBA when releasing the jersey. And I can understand why people would think this makes a lot of sense. And ultimately, here's the big issue. And I actually commented this on the post, and admit it was kind of washed. I didn't sleep really well. But the top comment from the flight bike is they don't generate revenue.
Hey, yo.
Huge mistake. They do generate revenue.
Yeah, why did he say that?
Does generate revenue. We did some digging here. To give you an idea, the amount of revenue that they generate is about $60 million. Now, bear in mind, this is from a few years ago.
It says 12 million is distributed to the players.
How much money does the WNBA generate? Well, it's about $60 million on average.
Mhm.
But here's the problem. With any business, what you're hoping for is to turn a profit. You're not
Right.
hoping to generate anything
If you
you're
don't,
spending
yeah.
that
So I was about to say, I heard that, yeah, that they said that the NBA covers some of the deficit that the WNBA takes. It says Adam Silver said the WNBA had lost an average of $10 million per year in every year of its existence, including the posting of a $12 million loss in 2017. So in the name of being fair, they're not turning a profit.
on salaries for the stadiums, on salaries for the players, on paying the referees, and all the other costs that
Mhm.
come with running the history of
Oh my
the
gosh.
NBA has the league turned a profit. The league has made strides in terms of viewership in recent
That's
years,
dope.
and they recently landed $75 million in investment money that values the entire operation, the league, and all of its teams at $1 billion.
And I think it's just tough because a lot of these women are in a scenario in which they're just in a losing scenario. Like, for example, the WNBA, I mean, guys weren't getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars when the WNBA was first compromised and initiated. And there was 12 teams in the NBA. These guys weren't getting paid like that. Like you said, these guys were plumbers and whatnot, working side jobs. Obviously, the economy has turned. Life in 2022 is a lot different than maybe life in the 50s and 40s and 30s, whatever. But and I think it's just unfortunate that the WNBA has to go through their ups and downs amidst this economic madness. But they're only like what? I think they're only 20 years into a hair over 20 years into their or after they were initially compromised. So they're still kind of trying to pick up amidst all the madness that's going on. So I mean, you've got your staple sports like football, even your fighting combat sports, baseball, soccer, etc. that are turning hundreds and thousands of millions of dollars in profit and revenue, as well as audiences that are tuning in every day. But it wasn't an overnight success, and unfortunately, the WNBA has kind of put themselves in a predicament where they have to find themselves an overnight success.
Essentially, what you should look at this as is a startup league. Yeah, it's been around for quite some time, and yeah, it's taken some time to catch on with fans. In this instance, man, Kelsey Plum asking for a percentage of the revenue generated from jersey sales to pay herself as opposed to
interesting.
the company, when the NBA is already subsidizing the WNBA, by the way. Like, the NBA is losing money on the WNBA. They're consistently losing money on the WNBA, but they still take the loss because they believe in the long-term future of the WNBA. They also want to give women an opportunity.
Which, like I said, I think it's just unfortunate because of the time that they're in.
I actually think what Kelsey Plum's asking for is a little selfish. Every single penny needs to go back into the business to make sure that the WNBA can stay afloat for the future. Asking for a percentage of the jersey sales when this league honestly should not be existing.
Obviously, even let's just say percentage-wise, mathematically, it is what it is when it comes to the money thing. Like, the NBA has been around for, I think it's over 100 years, right? All right, or it's near 100 years. But like I said, it wasn't an overnight thing, and now it's at a point where if you can pay somebody $50 million a year, obviously you've got enough back end in there. You've got enough oomph in the pudding in order to give somebody that much money.
Given how they've been going negative for so long, I mean, if you compare it to other failed leagues in the past, like my favorite example, compare the WNBA to NFL Europe. Europe was founded in 1989. Their inaugural season was 1990.
Oh, wow.
They kept going for about 16 seasons, and this was the NFL's way to try to get into the European market. Ultimately, when their new commissioner came in, Roger Goodell, he said this is a stupid idea. We're going to pull the plug on this completely. And they went about their European expansion in a different way. Now they take their best players and they play a few games in Mexico City and in Germany, and usually it turns out really well. And as a result of fans watching good players as opposed to watching mediocre players, it seems like there's more interest in Europe in the NFL. But that was 16 years, man, and then the NFL pulled the plug on that project. The WNBA is technically one commissioner away who doesn't believe in this product and pull the plug on this project. And this isn't me coming from a place of hating sports.
Dang, that's crazy how business operates.
To succeed. So let's go through some of the comments. Everyone going on about what the WNBA doesn't make a profit are missing the point. That's hard.
And that obviously that was going to be part of the argument there, which I agree it is. Absolutely, that's the point. Like you said, how can the WNBA, the fact that they're trying to compete with someone or a league that's been already utterly established for decades, is already it's asinine in itself. how is that a thing? You know what I mean? Like you like I said, comparisons is a thief of joy. You're comparing yourself to something that you're not comparing apples and apples. If the NBA had been along since the WNBA was initiated, and the two just kind of ran it up, then I guess you could make at least somewhat of a comparison. But I mean, I think there's just so many points to be had.
There's so much wrong about this. I mean, essentially what the WNBA needs to do is shove the WNBA down the throats of the consumer until they build a fan base. The NBA, like she said, has been around for a while. It didn't immediately catch on. It took some time to build up that established fan base.
For sure.
One thing that she said that drives me nuts is the idea that the WNBA is supposed to compete with the NBA, but the two leagues are never on at the same time. The WNBA typically goes on during the NBA's offseason, so a really hardcore basketball fan would have the means of watching basketball when the men's league isn't available. Men's leagues get way more funding, advertising, sponsorships, and support. Sponsorships have nothing to do with it. If a sponsor looks at a brand or a person and says, hey, if I slap my logo on this, it'll do fantastic for my brand and brand recognition, and this is a product we want to be associated with, that's all the sponsors. It's not that the WNBA is refusing sponsors for that reason. They can use all the sponsors they can get right now, considering how they're going negative. If they get put on the prime channels, that's because the prime channels want the NBA, because the prime channels know that people will watch the NBA, which results in more advertising dollars. There is nothing about this that is sexist at all.
It's the same reason I think they make adjustments to the NBA year over year, because they want to see the NBA turn and continue to grow. Because if the NBA doesn't turn and continue to grow, then it looks like the WNBA won't have a chance as well.
All economic. It's like me sitting here and complaining to you guys about the fact that more people are willing to subscribe to female-only
that's
accounts
true.
as opposed to men.
That's true. That's a
and
good
how
point.
sexist that is. It's literally the same thing. This lady continues and says, it's like going to a new...
That's facts, though. If you were to turn around and say, hey, look, people are subscribing to more OnlyFans creators versus him, and he doesn't think it's fair, I mean, you know what I mean? There's plenty of little points you can nitpick about. It's like going to a tech company asking why the stock price isn't beating Apple already, because Apple's already cornered a huge chunk of the market and there's not enough room to compete. That's a good point right there.
Tech company and asking them why their stock price isn't beating Apple already, without the pay for the stadiums and TV coverage necessary to reach enough people to turn a profit in the world of modern sports. The cost of entry is so...
Yeah, that's the kind of the point I was trying to make earlier. The WNBA has kind of been pushed in a time period, in a frame that's already, I think, put them aback of where, you know, things should be. So they've already kind of starting at a losing foot because, like I said, the way life is, the economy, and then, like I said, the barrier of entry for the sports world. It costs so much to get at these stadiums, accessories, jerseys, like TV time. It costs so much already where things are at. Just for them to get started, you know what I mean? You're going to have to pour into it so much.
Already drove the prices up. There's so much that this human is saying wrong. Like the whole implication that there's a competition between the WNBA and the NBA, despite the fact that the NBA is subsidizing the WNBA, is bizarre. The NBA wants the WNBA to succeed.
Absolutely.
A WNBA fan will also watch the NBA.
I think that they're right. I think they're right. The NBA guys do
getting a portion
support.
of their jersey sales would make sense if this league wasn't technically a startup league. If they were turning a profit, I would agree with her wholeheartedly. But at the end of the day, if a woman wants their main career to be in basketball, at least in this era of the WNBA, until it pops off, they need to be a little entrepreneurial. I mean, like Liz Cambage, who started in OnlyFans. I'm not saying they all should start OnlyFans, but they should use the exposure that they get and leverage that into other opportunities. I have no doubt in my mind, though, if the NBA keeps subsidizing the WNBA.
People may care about who's getting paid what, but like the overall arching point is people aren't supporting in order to better benefit the league. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Stay tuned to the next video.